good.
We are the Screen Sisters, and believe it or not, this is our third time recording this video because I definitely forgot to hit record the second time we tried to record this video.
Yeah. And I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
All
Anywho,
right.
so
So Ms. Marvel is over,
mhm,
and right away, we both loved the show. We
mhm,
thought it was great. I wanted more meat. I get really offended that Marvel only has these 6 episode series.
mhm.
I want more meat. Give me
Yeah,
meat. Give me more. Go ahead.
I agree. I would also like some more meat. It can be chicken, it can be beef, maybe some lamb or some duck even.
Mm.
But yeah, just some more, some more meat or turkey. But anywho, getting off way off topic. I felt
I
it's
want
gonna
turkey.
sound right. This is gonna sound weird, but I felt like I wanted more time with Kamala, but I think that or Kamala, but I think that comes down to the fact that it was only 6 episodes,
Yeah.
and I wanted more time to see that dynamic between her and Bruno and her friend Nakia.
Nakia.
Nakia. Just their dynamic and them helping her through this transition in her life and the impact that that has on their friendship and the dynamic of their friendship with
Yeah.
Nakia being somebody who is just already like a strong person seeking that leadership, whereas Kamala is she's more awkward. I don't think she's not seeking leadership, but I just think she's more awkward. And so it's something that she kind of has to grow into.
Hmm.
And then just, you know, how this plays out with her family. I personally didn't think they needed necessarily to go to Karachi, Pakistan, for the first season, but I do understand why it would be important to this story.
Yeah.
But I just felt like going there opens up a Pandora's box of so much history with the family
Yeah.
and what they went through as a family and that generational trauma that that we've talked about before. I felt like that it, I felt like that deserved more than I think the 2 or 3 episodes, 2.5, 3 episodes that we got. um
Hmm.
I don't know, how did you feel about when they went to Karachi?
Oh, I like those scenes, but I wanted that the whole history
Hmm.
when she went back in time and you got to see Aisha's life.
Hmm.
That would have been nice to see in long form. Like that would have been a whole. I mean, it was about half the episode, but if I would have gotten a little bit more meat there.
Hmm.
Yeah, just I think this just the MCU shows in general, to me, they're just suffering from the 6 episode thing. And I know they're trying to, I don't know if they're just doing it to like cut down on like costs or cut down on story or production or whatever. Maybe this is like a side effect of COVID still. Because the very first show we had was WandaVision with 9 episodes, and everything else has been 6, like every single one.
Oh, really?
So
That was the only one with 9?
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And
Wow.
they're saying, other shows might have a little bit more, but it's like, okay, okay, but
Do you
I
think
just still think there
that
should have been more.
the runtime, I mean, if even if they stick to the 6 episodes, maybe stop trying to get everything under 45 minutes, even like
Yeah,
let stuff hit that hour 15 maybe.
yeah. I would love full blown hours of every episode, because
Hmm.
when you get to an episode where we're like, the first episode's always like 55 minutes, 58 minutes, and then the next one after that is like 42, and you're just like,
And the numbers like keep dropping after that, it
and like,
seems.
it'll be like 42 the next one, the one after that will be like 48, the one after that will be like 36, and you're just
Yeah.
like, what? Like at that point you're just making like, you're just literally taking one movie and chopping it up.
Hmm.
And I think that's kind of what they're doing, just giving us like a giant like 3.5 hour movie or 4 hour movie, and then just chopping it up, just bits and pieces that seem to fit into episodic form better. But yeah, I
I
just still think there's more.
To me at this point, I think I don't even know if it's that because I'm with you on the part that it's 3.5 hours, but sometimes there's so many little things that are happening within each episode. I'm like, there's no way this fits into the larger arc of the show, so I don't know why it's there. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, we just need longer. We need more time with them if you're building something with them. I guess if that makes
Yeah.
sense. How did you feel about? Oh, I wished that her grandmother had a little bit more information for her rather than her having to go out, seeking it for herself. But I
Hmm.
do understand that that wasn't necessarily part of the grandmother's journey to have been a previous wearer of the bangle. I
Hmm.
just wish that she had some more information for her.
Yeah,
Her grandmother knew about the red dagger.
maybe.
You think so? Okay. I wasn't sure if she was aware of them or not.
I
Um,
mean, if they've been around for
yeah.
a long time, like, all of these things now have been since the dawn of time. We have the Ten Rings, Hydra, the Eternals,
Hmm.
all these people just kind of kicking around
Hmm. Yeah.
for hundreds and thousands of years, apparently, just all
Yeah.
walking by each other saying, hey.
Hey. How did you feel about Cameron in his relationship with his mother versus Kamala and her relationship with her mother?
Well, obviously, it's two different things. Women always raise their daughters differently than
Mhm.
women raise their sons. So that's another two separate stories. Also, for getting into the Muslim culture, that again, they raise their sons different than they raise their daughters.
Mhm.
So this is there's the alien effect now that comes into play, then the passing down kind of that, like, my mom didn't do this for me, so I'm going to make sure I do this for you, or my mom did this for me, but I don't want to do that to you. That that crescendo of happening, and I'm still like, I already said it, like, if Najima is supposed to be a million years old and she has a 16, 17-year-old son, which is interesting, or maybe he's actually 9,000 years old and he just looks 16, which would still be creepy.
Yeah, very
um I mean, we did just get that with Sprite, and she's an eternal, so we
true.
did just see that. um
But Sprite wasn't willing to form relationships with teenagers,
yeah.
other teenagers. Maybe now
Poor
she will.
Sprite.
I don't know.
She had a hard life.
Yeah. What did you feel about Najma's sacrifice? Because it seemed like she had to kill herself in order to redirect her strength or life force into her son. Was
Hmm.
she anticipating that her son was going to carry out the mission of opening the veil?
I'm not sure. I wonder. I didn't really get what was happening there, so I didn't
I
have any
didn't.
type of like emotion. I mean, I had emotion, but I didn't know kind of what was happening, so I
Hmm.
didn't have like any afterthought. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
And then, Kamran's eyes turned blue,
Hmm.
and I was like, oh, okay. Because, he didn't seem to have any powers
Hmm.
beforehand. And did the clandestines have powers, or were they just really strong?
Don't I don't know. It's too
Because
many
I'm trying,
unanswered questions. I
yeah, I'm trying to
really don't
remember.
know.
It didn't seem like
They were
they
just
had
from.
any, yeah, they didn't seem to have any type of special powers,
Mhm.
period. But if they're linking the veil to, I don't know now, because if they're linking the Kamala to mutants, and I don't know what part of mutant history we're getting.
Mhm.
Like, now this is a brand new mutant story, period. So I don't know if we're going to be getting like the whole Xavier School for the Gifted, or the Mutant Registration Act.
Mhm.
Like, which part of mutant lore, it's been the last 80 years, where are they going to stick the new phase 4 mutants.
Right.
So if the whole Cameron thing was about bringing another world, and then they set it to mutants. Is that supposed to be like Krakoa? Like the or that other place.
Genosha.
But yes,
Hmm.
I wonder if any type of those conversations have happened yet. And then of course, we saw the Inhumans, their own world in Agents of Shield and Afterlife.
Hmm.
And with those stories, there is a lot more meat because we had a full season. We had 22 episodes
Epiphades.
episodes to really, dive into, Jai Ying, Daisy, the guy with the electricity, Lincoln,
Lincoln.
Lincoln,
Gordon.
Raina, Gordon, yes. We got all those, Alicia, we got all those stories.
Hmm.
And if no one seems to care about Inhumans, being brought in so they can just change everything they ever wanted about the Inhumans, kind of sort of much, and make them all mutants.
Well, I don't
Just
want
the
that.
ones that just the
Yeah.
ones that they want, because it seems like they don't want any except for Kamala. And
Mhm.
and it, like I said, it would be very cool to have Lockjaw in our
Mhm.
in our world, especially if they're doing the whole Young Avengers type thing. Because if we get Wiccan and Speed
Mhm.
and Kamala and Kate Bishop, and are we supposed to be getting Kid Loki back?
I would think so because he seemed to have a lot of positive audience response.
Yes. So I
Yeah.
think in that whole aspect of it, oh, America Chavez is also 16.
Mhm.
So all of these young kids are going to be together.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming it would be great to do a Young Avengers with Lockjaw because they could bring them in, and it'd be,
That'd be so
you
fun.
know, yeah, it'd be, like they'd get that whole little, young kid type thing.
Yeah.
I'm done. I think I just ranted. I don't even know what the first question was.
It was about Najma possibly giving her life force to her son to carry out her life's work or something. We're not
Okay,
basically we're
because
just not basically we're just not sure about what happened in that moment.
yeah.
But I did like that he was experiencing an emotional response to the events that were happening around him. And obviously the best case scenario was escaping him.
Mm,
We're still continuing to see that thread or that theme of not having to be our parents. I think it's a
mm.
little bit of what you were saying earlier, not having to be our parents and not having to carry out our parents' rage. So I I
Right.
do I do presume that we will see Cameron again.
Yeah.
Where he will stand, we'll probably find out then.
Yeah.
I think right now it's a little questionable,
Hmm.
considering how he grew up. And
Yeah.
it seems as though I think maybe he mentioned it. He didn't know that if they went back home that it would destroy Earth.
Yeah.
So he seemed to be sympathetic towards Earth
Hmm.
in that regard. So yeah. Also, why would if they went home it would destroy Earth? Or why we also don't know how they got stranded there
Yeah.
in the first place, if they were
Yeah.
maybe exiled or something.
Hmm.
I don't
remember
know.
in remember when the Kree came to Earth after Daisy was reborn, and he was just like, "You are an abomination."
Yeah.
So like we didn't get any of those type of scenes in Ms.
Yeah.
Marvel. But I still have there's like lots of unanswered questions about the series. Like I said, like there's so much meat
Mhm.
that I feel like was left in and left out. So obviously we got the 10 rings connection.
Mhm.
And then when they found the bangle, it was on somebody who was blue.
Mhm.
So again, are we, seeing this whole, are we like, dismissing the Kree in general, which
I
would
I
would
don't think so.
it would suck if they did get rid of it, but at the end it could just be like, because Carol is also technically Kree. I don't
Adjacent.
remember. Kree adjacent.
Sure, yeah.
So I thought that would have been the connection there.
Mhm.
But Monica also received her powers from, it seems, the Hex, correct?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, so we'll see how those things tie into one another.
Hmm.
It was really sweet in the finale when she said "and begin,"
Yeah.
and when she
I was
said
looking
it,
forward
all
to
I could
that.
think it, yeah, all I could think about was when we were together and you're watching one of the Young Avengers shows, and
Hmm.
she's like, "I'm
She just screams it the whole time.
Megan."
And it's so funny. I never thought about it, and I can see why they would change her powers for the live action, because it's just like very unnerving. Even like when you think about like a giant hand coming at you,
Yeah,
it's just very scary to think about.
yeah. Oh,
And
so
I
you're saying
think,
it other than it being her actual skin, her actual
yes,
body? Okay.
yeah, and I think that may be possibly why they changed the powers
Hmm.
for the live action. And everyone said it was because of Mr. Fantastic that they changed the powers.
Oh, okay. So they wouldn't
Hmm.
get them confused since
Yeah, which,
they are bringing in the Fantastic Four.
mm,
Okay.
whatever.
I feel like with the bracelet though it creates some limitations because it seems like everything can break. It can be penetrated and shattered.
Yeah, that's true.
So I felt like even with the bangle it created more of a character weakness for her than I guess what would have been before. But again, I don't know what she can do at this point. I really don't know what her limits are at this point. I just feel like if she extends a force field and it shatters like glass, and it seems like it doesn't hold for very long period. So I don't know.
I like the whole like her power is just that like bright purpley pink, and
Hmm.
it just falls apart and it doesn't like leave a residue or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think they handled that pretty well.
Oh yeah, I think so too. I was just saying
Yeah.
that I just feel like there might be a um just like a weakness for her already.
I mean, we can see what happens because she is gonna meet. I'm assuming she's gonna
Kate.
meet Bruce Banner.
Oh, I thought you
She's
were gonna
gonna
say Kate.
meet Shuri. She's gonna meet Reed
She will
Richards.
definitely be able to hang with them. I have no like
She will meet
I'm
these
not worried
people
at
who
all.
most likely can find a way to make sure she, has her unlimited power.
Hmm. Yeah. So the generic suit lady that we saw throughout the season.
Yeah. Who plays a generic suit lady in every piece of media she's given.
I mean, hey, it keeps the lights on. But I
Yeah.
mean, that's work. I didn't think we needed her character. She was from
Mhm.
the same organization as the I don't know his name either. The the damage control guy from No Way Home. I keep wanting to say Far
Mhm.
From Home. From No Way Home.
Mhm.
So I felt like he could have been there on the street trying to figure out what was happening in the first place rather than sending in Suit Lady to handle everything.
Mhm.
Um, but I think I was wondering if it's because her tactics would have made that character, since they seem to like him or want to like him within the context of the universe, within the context of the cinematic universe. They seem to want to like that damage control agent man, so they didn't want to make him unlikable. So they have this other generic suit lady going after Kamala and trying to
I
find
guess
out what's
they
happening.
possibly would have been like Jimmy Woo.
Jimmy, yeah, like Jimmy Woo.
Yeah, because people liked his character,
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
he was a suit, and
but that's what I'm saying. I think we are going to want to like the guy that was in No Way Home. So that's
okay,
why they have Suit Lady running around doing
suit lady.
Suit Lady.
Well,
And I think,
they're.
and I
I
wonder
don't
if
think.
it's
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, and I wonder if it's also to just kind of give a little bit of a perspective on the post 9/11 mania that happened around Muslim communities. And I feel in a way that that was kind of sort of what her character presence was addressing.
Hmm.
Yeah. Outside of that, I don't think we needed her if we already had the No Way Home agent there, is what I'm saying.
That's true.
When is Trask showing up? When is the Sentinel program getting started?
Well, people have been saying that what's the guy, Haywood from WandaVision, and that lady
Mm.
are going to be in charge of
Oh.
the Sentinel program
Oh, okay.
because they already have the drones.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then they already have Stark Tech laying around
That's true.
with
And
robots.
I thought they were going to be part of I thought they were going to be working for Val or something.
I mean, or Val's gonna hire them, and
Yeah.
or you know what I mean? Like the door is just wide open for all over the MCU right now.
Wide open.
Wide open.
So we get to the end. She is saved. She is a savior and then also saved by her community, which is lovely, which is what you want. So fast forward to Kamala talking with Bruno, and Bruno saying, "Hey, I did some more research. Guess what? And guess what?"
Wait, hold on.
Okay. There it is.
Okay.
Okay. Love it.
Yes.
So yeah, he says that you have a mutation, and they play that 90s animated X-Men riff as an indication that I guess now within the context of the MCU, she is a mutant. Now, my pondering mind is wondering if, because he doesn't have the term for it, he's giving it the technical term would, the scientific term would be mutation. He would not, I don't think he would jump to the word inhuman if that's not within his reality yet. So do you think at some point when more testing is done, they're going to come across the fact that she has Kree DNA?
Maybe, possibly.
Yeah. So yeah, she's a mutant.
Well, the good news is
she
wanted, they wanted her to be a mutant to begin with, and
True.
because of the Fox merger and all that stuff, they couldn't make her a mutant, and I'm sure it frustrated the writers.
Yeah.
Because it's something they wanted. But now that they can fulfill their wish, it's kind of like it's great. It's great for everybody. And like I said, I really don't think people care too much, and because people want mutants so badly in the MCU, people want them like immediately. Everyone's trying to get mutants and Fantastic Four like ASAP. It kind of doesn't matter.
Well, I enjoyed the overall show, and it made me miss the younger cast members we had before, which were the Runaways and Dagger, just because I feel like they're kind of all on the same level, and I would have liked to have seen those interactions and crossovers, even though they're all in very different places. It looks like we're gonna see Kamala as like the hero of Jersey City.
Yeah.
Oh, and I loved her costume.
Yeah.
Because I like that they incorporated the traditional attire with her costume.
Yeah. Also, before we go, not really before we go, we're going to talk about one thing about Ms. Marvel, and that is that Carol Danvers looked really good.
She did.
I loved her hair. I know everybody was mad that she had that like buzz cut in Endgame.
Okay.
She had her normal hair again in Shang-Chi, and her suit was different again.
Yeah.
So I was just like, dude. And I was looking at pictures. I was just like, people were shocking about, all the compared images. And I completely forgot that even when she showed up, the blue and the red were reversed. And when I watched Shang-Chi, I was just like, ooh, that suit looks good. I was so excited to see it. Then I was just like, but then when I just saw this suit, I'm just like, well, damn, that's a different suit again. And I was like, we didn't even get to see her hang out in the Shang-Chi one. So I wonder if, because it looked like still the Shang-Chi suit was still different than the one we saw in Endgame. But then this one looked different. I'm going to have to do some more.
But it was nice. Yeah, it was nice to see her. I definitely thought we were going to see Monica. That was why I was thinking we were going to see. And they are shooting it right now, right? The Marvels, they're all shooting right now.
I think they should be close to done.
Yeah, we have nothing but kind words, essentially for the character itself, herself.
Yeah,
She's a great addition.
yeah. And they're setting, if I'm assuming they're just setting up Young Avengers, Wiccan, Speed, America, Kid Loki, and Kate Bishop, Kamala. That's six.
And Love
And Lockjaw.
and Lockjaw.
Oh yeah. The Daughter of Eternity. We have to talk about that later.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we are done talking about Ms. Marvel, and now we're going to talk about Thor, Love and Thunder.
Spirit Fingers. All right. We'll catch you guys on the next one.